In the world of WNBA, the Fever have taken center stage. With all the new entries, their roster looks scary, and I mean that in a good way. So we just got the update that Sydney Colson is the new backup point guard for Indiana Fever. Her addition to the team has got the league shaking up big time. Before we jump into the details on why Sydney Colson left the Aces, let's take a step back and look at what influenced her decision. Would you believe that it was none other than Caitlin Clark? That's right, Caitlin Clark, the rookie sensation, the scoring machine, the undeniable superstar. Call her what you may, she's all of them. Her being a part of the team has been instrumental in the Indiana Fever's latest blockbuster move. Can you imagine signing a two-time WNBA champion like Sydney Colson? Still can't really wrap my brains around it. This decision is sending shockwaves throughout the basketball community. So how did all of this come to happen? Why did Colson decide to leave the Las Vegas Aces? It wasn't just any team for her, it's the team she just helped secure back-to-back championships. Isn't it hard to believe that a player like Sydney Colson, who put everything she had to secure the championships for the Aces, just up and left the team, all to join the Fever? Well, stick around because we're getting into the details surrounding this whole situation. Let's set the scene right. For starters, Caitlin Clark didn't just step into the WNBA. She made an unforgettable entrance that has left a lasting impact, to say the least. Since being signed by the Fever, the scale of the game has transformed dramatically. You name it. Ticket sales skyrocketing, TV ratings hitting all-time highs. The buzz around the game is very evident, and it's clear. She's not here to participate, she's here to dominate and create a legacy, which by the looks of it has a solid start. Then we have Sydney Colson. She's a seasoned veteran in the WNBA, known for her leadership and championship experience. She played a pivotal role in the Las Vegas Aces' consecutive championship victories in 2022 and 2023. When she became a free agent, she had multiple paths she could take. Staying with the Aces was one of the options, as was joining other contending teams. But she made a surprising choice. She chose Indiana, and it's said that a significant factor behind such a decision was none other than Caitlin Clark. If we look at it, Sydney Colson's move wasn't just a career shift, it was a bold statement. She left the reigning champions to join a team that, to be frank, has faced challenges in recent seasons. Why Indiana Fever, you ask? Colson emphasized her desire to be part of a winning culture and recognized the growing potential within the Fever organization. She stated, and I quote, "I just wanted to be somewhere that wants to win with a huge focus on culture." That sentiment she has towards her game speaks volumes. Before finalizing her decision, we could be assured that Colson did her homework. She reached out to Kelsey Mitchell, her athlete's ultimate teammate of 3 years, to gather insights. Additionally, she heard amazing reviews about Clark from her former Aces teammate Kate Martin. All signs pointed toward Indiana, and with Caitlin Clark leading the charge, the choice became clear. I honestly never expected a rookie to have such a key influence in the league. But not everyone was happy about Colson making it to the Fever. The Aces just lost a key veteran, and the fans are upset. Well, upset is an understatement. I mean, imagine being on the top of the league, being back-to-back champs, and then all of a sudden, players start leaving. And it's understandable if they're leaving the game for good, like retiring or something, but that's not the case here. The players are leaving Aces and joining other teams. That's gotta hurt, right? One other person that wasn't happy about this breaking news was none other than Aja Wilson. Wilson not being happy about this news was kind of expected. She surely wasn't throwing a party. Some people are calling it a tantrum, some say it's just frustration, but either way, she's really not thrilled about the move. And honestly, it's really understandable. The Aces have been the dominant team for years, and losing a veteran presence like Colson means they're suddenly a little more vulnerable. Wilson has always been the heart and soul of that team, and watching teammates she's won titles with leave, that's the kind of personal suffering we can't even relate to. She's competitive, she's a winner, and she's not used to seeing people walk away from success. This is a clear sign that the power balance in the league is shifting, and she doesn't like it one bit. All of these developments is monumental, there's no denying that, and Caitlin Clark being the center of gravity in a situation like this is mind-blowing. But she isn't just another player, you see, she's a transformative force in itself. While most rookies aim to find their footing and earn their minutes, Clark is already influencing major roster decisions, attracting championship-caliber talent, and reshaping the team's future. This is the hallmark of a true superstar. Her uncanny ability to draw talent, redefine organizations, and shift the competitive landscape is unheard of, and that's precisely what's unfolding in Indiana. If we take a closer look at things, the Fever have struggled in recent years, but now they're assembling a roster that looks poised for success. They're not merely aiming to compete, they're gearing for a win. Let's take a closer look at how Caitlin Clark is the game changer in this narrative. Her playing style is a dynamic blend of skill, finesse, and intelligence. Known for her incredible shooting range, Clark can score from long distances with ease, making her a formidable opponent for any defense. Her ability to create scoring opportunities for herself and her teammates sets her apart as a versatile player. Clark's court vision is exceptional. She has an uncanny ability to anticipate plays, often delivering precise passes that lead to easy baskets. This playmaking skill not only elevates her game, but also enhances the performance of her teammates, fostering a cohesive and potent offensive unit. Her leadership and competitive spirit have earned her the admiration of teammates, coaches, and fans alike. Clark plays with a chip on her shoulder and possesses the mentality of a champion. Her fearless approach to the game is infectious, inspiring those around her to elevate their play. Let's take some time and shine the spotlight on Sydney Colson's impressive career. As a product of Texas A&M University, Colson was instrumental in leading the Aggies to their first NCAA championship in 2011. Her collegiate success laid a strong foundation for her professional journey. In the WNBA, Colson has been a part of multiple teams, including the New York Liberty, San Antonio Stars, Minnesota Lynx, Chicago Sky, and most notably, the Las Vegas Aces. With the Aces, she secured back-to-back championships in 2022 and 2023, solidifying her legacy in the league. Colson's experience and leadership are invaluable assets. She brings a championship pedigree and a deep understanding of the game, qualities that will undoubtedly benefit the Fever as they aim to rise in the league standings, and the WNBA community is buzzing with this news. Aces fans are feeling the loss in great depth. Losing a key component of their championship roster to a team that was recently at the bottom of the standings is definitely a tough pill to swallow. I'm sure the other teams are taking notice. They're observing the developments in Indiana and recognizing that the Fever aren't just improving, they're becoming a formidable force in the league. A team that has the high potential to win with great margin. The Fever's GM, Amber Cox, didn't hold back when she said Sydney is a proven veteran with a championship pedigree. She's the kind of player that brings leadership, experience, and energy to any team she joins. We're thrilled to add her to our roster, and we know she'll help shape the winning culture we're building here in Indiana. That's a big statement coming from a GM. And Clark isn't here for just a rebuild, she's here to contend for a title, and she's ensuring she's surrounded by the right talent to achieve that goal. Christy Sides, the coach of the Fever, also shared her viewpoint and said that Colson brings a championship mentality that will help push the team to the next level. They're not just stacking talent, they're creating a winning culture, and Colson is the perfect veteran to help guide this young, hungry team. So the way I see it, here's what the real deal is. Indiana Fever aren't just adding players, they're building something solid. They're not here to be just another team in the league, they're assembling a squad that's going to be a problem for years to come. As for the other teams, they better start taking notice if they don't want to be kicked to the bottom of the pyramid. Also, the Fever GM Amber Cox said, and I quote, "The Fever aren't just here to compete, they're making moves like a team that's gunning for a championship. And if you're a Fever fan, oh, you better be excited." So what does this mean moving forward? The Fever are just getting started. With a superstar in Clark, veteran leadership from Colson, and a clear vision for the future, they're building a team with serious long-term potential. If they continue making strategic moves like this, they'll become legitimate contenders sooner rather than later. Today's underdogs are looking very promising to be tomorrow's champions. The Indiana Fever are on the rise, and the rest of the league needs to pull their socks, up their game, and pray they don't get destroyed. As I wrap up today's video, I want to hear from you. Do you think Caitlin Clark is already shifting the power dynamics in the NBA? How significant will Sydney Colson's impact be on the Fever? Share your thoughts in the comments down below.